How's everybody doing? Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Welcome back to the channel. For today's video, we're going to be talking about why I traded in my 2018 Subaru WRX base model in for this badass 2019 base model STI. Hope you enjoy it. So yeah, as soon as I started talking, it started to thunder, so it looks like it's going to rain pretty soon. Hopefully it doesn't. I'm going to try to bust out this video quick, but yeah, I kind of got to start at the beginning. So we're going to try to go through this pretty fast. I don't want to make this a crazy long video. Yeah, so ever since I was little, I've been into video games. My dad got me into them. Had a PlayStation 2. My dad's always been big into cars and stuff. He's a mechanic, body worker, can do all that stuff. Fantastic. And pretty much anything he wants to do, but nonetheless, he picked up the game Gran Turismo 3. And obviously, like, when he wasn't playing it, I was playing it. And I remember running rally races, even at a time back when I was like 8, 10, whenever that game came out. And I just have always been in love with the Subarus. I mean, even on that game, it was kind of like, you want to go with the Subaru or do you want to go with the Evo? And I was just always in love with the Subaru. So, been in love with them since I was little. And growing up, always been into cars. Fast and the Furious pretty much changed my life. I have to make a video on my first car later on. It was a really nice 99 Eclipse that me and my dad painted and built and all that stuff. But nonetheless, growing up, always into cars and stuff. And knowing that I live where I do, I needed an all-wheel drive vehicle. So, you know, it kind of just fit perfectly. That's just something I knew I needed. You guys can tell, live up a dirt hill 5 miles down in a holler in southern West Virginia. Mountainous terrain, potholes real bad. That doesn't have anything to do with all-wheel drive, but it snows really bad, so I knew I needed an all-wheel drive car. So, yeah, I decided to go into nursing school, was driving my Eclipse and stuff, ended up totaling it. We'll make a video about that later, but I ended up driving my brother's Jeep Liberty. He just wasn't really big into driving, long story, but yeah, ended up driving his Jeep Liberty, and throughout nursing school, I mean, it was great that I still had a vehicle. Obviously, parents paid for both of them, so don't get me wrong, I was never ungrateful or anything, but I just knew that, hey, I want a car. Like, I'm a car guy, I want a car, I need something all-wheel drive, so an STI just fit me perfectly. It was in my mind the whole time, just as a nice little fast all-wheel drive car. So, get into nursing school and all that, and that's my goal. It's like, as soon as I get out of nursing school, as soon as I can afford it, I'm getting an STI. Well, ended up meeting my wife in college. We ended up having a baby, so things didn't really go as planned, because as you guys know, they're kind of expensive, and having a baby when you're both in college, it's kind of scary. But nonetheless, ended up getting out of school, and the wife was still going to school. She has her master's degree now and all that stuff, so she was obviously going to be in school a lot longer than me for my 2-year associate's degree being an RN. And she was driving a Chevy Aveo at the time, front wheel drive, really lightweight car. Could not go in the snow to save its butt. It would not go. Some people have good luck with them, but where I live, they don't scrape the roads or anything. 5 miles, you got to drive on unscraped roads. Like, it would bottom out so fast. So, yeah, we decided to trade in her car on a new vehicle. We had the baby coming, and she needed something better for the baby. So, yeah, ended up getting her a RAV4. And shortly after, we started, you know, kind of accumulating money and stuff. My RN paychecks started rolling in and stuff. And I decided to talk to her. I was like, listen, I know I can't afford the STI, the $40,000 STI, but what about the regular WRX? I was doing research on it. I was all hyped up. I was like, the new FAs are like super good. You can mod them real quick. You can outrun STIs in them. They're cheaper. They are better on gas. So I just had all this stuff going, and I was talking to her. And she was like, okay, we can do that since you worked so hard getting out of school and all that stuff, getting your RN degree. So ended up getting a 2018 Pure Red WRX. And I was in love with it. I bought it. I didn't even drive it. They didn't have any on the lot. So I went in and I was like, look, this is what I want. And they were like, you sure? You've never even drove it before. I'm like, I've wanted this car ever since I was little. You know what I mean? I've done my research. I know what the interior looks like, watched videos and all that stuff. So I got the car and absolutely loved it. I absolutely love my WRX. The Pure Red was kind of a weird decision. I'm usually not into red cars, but, you know, it wasn't too bad. But it did start to get a little old on me. I would be in my WRX. I had muffler deletes and stuff. It was loud. It was aggressive. I had the STI wing on the back. You guys know all that stuff that WRX people do. Yeah, I had different rims on it. It was looking good. I'll throw up a picture if I can find one. I'm sure I can. But yeah, like anytime I would pass an STI, I was still just like, why didn't I just save up for an STI? So yeah, I was always kind of bummed out. I always felt like I didn't get exactly what I wanted, but really, I was like, what could the difference even be? So, you know, just living life, and out of nowhere, a year later, I don't think I had the car for 2 years. Actually, I may have got it in 2017. May have got the 2018 and 2017, and then just bought this in 2019. So maybe I did have the car for 2 years, and that's what it is. It's Subaru's 2-year trade-up program. I get an email, and they're like, why don't you call us and we can talk about getting you into an STI? And I was like, well, why not look at it? You know what I mean? Why not at least look and see what they say? So actually, I think they just sent me a link at the time, and I clicked on it, and I was like, wow, $150 more a month, and I can get in a brand new STI? I was like, no way. So luckily, my car, on top of that, WRXs hold their value very well. I had a very low interest rate. Our credit was great. So yeah, I rolled up to the dealership. Kind of halfway talked to the wife about it. I was like, listen, I just got to go in there and I got to talk to them. There's no way they're putting me in an STI today. I'm sure they don't even have them on the lot. We'll come back and we'll talk about it later on. I got in there and they were like, you guys know how they do it at car dealerships. They were like, well, your car is worth $24,000 and you only owe $21,000, so there's $3,000 towards your new STI. Plus, we'll give you the great deal. Plus, we're running a 1.9% interest rate on it right now. So I was like, where do I sign? So yes, I ended up getting the car. Now, like I did with the WRX, I ended up buying it without even test driving or anything. Like, I don't know. I just felt like it was a smart decision because eventually I could trade up because I've been waiting on these new body styles for a while that are supposed to come out in like 21 or 22. But yeah, I don't even know if this video's going smoothly or not. I feel like I'm just ranting. But yeah, so ended up buying it. Told the wife she was a little disappointed because it was about $130 more a month because I got a couple extra things on it too. The car ended up being a little bit more expensive than the base model. Plus I got protection on these rims and stuff because they're 19-inch rims and I live where I do. And on all the seats and stuff like that. So that was extra a month and all that. 60,000 mile warranty because why not? Yeah, so ended up getting all that stuff. So it was a little bit more. She was kind of upset, but holy shit. Like, once I got in this car and drove it, it is a world of difference. I'll do a whole nother video talking about, you know, the differences between the STI and the WRX, which I think you should buy. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of tell you guys how I ended up in this car, because I know a lot of people were following me on my other YouTube channel with the WRX, the pure red one. I was making all kinds of videos on it and stuff, and then all of a sudden I kind of disappear and I come back and I got a new car. So that's kind of what we're dealing with now. I don't even know if anybody from that channel has really came over to this channel yet. Most of you guys are here from the Facebook page, the forums and stuff that I've been spamming the shit out of the links to. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for checking out the video. But yeah, that's pretty much how I ended up in my my 2019 STI. Plus this color, oh my god, so much better than the pure red. The pearlescent is beautiful. It stays cleaner, or it looks cleaner anyways. Yeah, just absolutely amazing. That pure red, like, it would look so good if it was freshly washed, but as soon as it got a layer of dust on it, it just looked really dull to me, where it didn't have a pearlescent or anything. It was just like, I don't know. It was just kind of it wasn't even that shiny, really, of a red. I don't know. I'm sure you guys have seen pure red, but this car, dust doesn't show at all. Dirt does, obviously, where it's white, but, you know, after you get a couple, after you wash it real good and keep up with it and stuff, you can get it to where you can just spray that stuff off. I'll do some detailing videos and stuff later. But yeah, that's pretty much how I ended up in my STI. And was it worth it? Hell yes. If you're a big car enthusiast, you don't want them just to say you have them. You actually like to use them for what they're made for. Well, technically this is a rally car, but you know what I mean. You actually like to push cars and stuff. You actually are a huge car enthusiast. It's a world of difference. Going from a WRX to STI was as big a change as going from my Jeep to the WRX. Like, it's just a huge difference. Huge difference. The suspension to just how nice it is. The steering responsive headlights, the Alcantara seats. Like, I don't know. It's a world of difference. The power, not having the the rev hang on first to second, which you could easily get rid of with the access port. But I don't know. We'll save that for another video. I just want to let you guys know how I ended up in this STI, why I traded it in. It basically just came down to, honestly, me having really good credit, my wife and I having great credit, upper 700s, getting a great deal on it, 1.9% APR, my other car already having equity in it, so, you know, ended up getting this car for a pretty good deal. So, yep, nonetheless, we'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully this wasn't just a big rant. I know it's not as interesting I'm not really doing any mods or anything like that, nothing too crazy, but I just want to let you guys know that that's what happened. So, I'll see you later. Peace.